Alright, guys, I gotta confess to you guys, man. I accidentally ate a pizza yesterday. That just sounds dumb, but no, I ate a pizza yesterday, man. 3 slices, instead of four or five is my usual, but I ate 3 slices yesterday. But man, I'm only human, man. Pizza is my favorite. But yeah, man, like I said, it's not like I do it every day, so it's not bad, right? But today we're definitely drinking a lot more water today just to flush out the excess sodium we had yesterday. And man, it is getting warm outside, man. It is currently 51, 52 right now outside. So man, it's time to get the grills out. It's time to have a cookout, man. So that's the kind of weather it feels right now, man. I feel good. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna drink some water, more water today. And yeah, it's been like about a week since I posted the other video, but like I said in that video, just because I'm not posting doesn't mean I'm not going with the recomp still. We're still going with the recomp. Today I weighed myself. I'm about 224, 225 around there. My body fat's around 16%. So yeah, we definitely need to get down lower. But the body fat percentage has gone down. The weight has stayed consistently steady, like around 222, 224 around there. So I'm happy with that. As long as the body fat percentage goes down, I'm good with that, right? And the bloat. Especially like the first couple weeks, man, my acne was getting bad, man. And if you can tell, it's clearing up a little bit, but I still have a little bit of spots right there. But definitely drinking the water has helped. So yeah, that's with that, man. I've been looking at some other stuff for skin as well, but I don't know, man. What do you guys recommend? I've been trying I bought this specific soap. It doesn't really have like a scent to it, and I bought like one of those body scrubbers, one with the long handle, man. Because to be honest, man, I can't reach the my lower back. It's not like I'm not flexible. I can reach both arms like that. But dude, it's a struggle. I'm like, this feels like I'm about to dislocate my shoulder. So yeah, man, I just recently got that because I'll be honest, man, I wasn't really getting like my middle of my back because I just couldn't feel it. I couldn't reach it, right? But yeah, we bought that, and it's definitely been clearing up. It's been like about a week, and it's definitely been clearing up in my back too. So yeah, man, I'm happy with that. As far as like the weight goes, like I mentioned since the beginning, it's not something really I'm looking at, right? Because me and the weight scale never had a really good relationship. Because over the years, I always made my decisions based off the scale, man. So if I was gaining weight too fast, then I would cut. And if I was, dropping weight too fast, then I would bulk. And then it's just this whole yo-yo dieting, man. And you're not gonna beat it. So if you're skinny fat, just go with the recomp, man. Just go with the recomp, eat maintenance, lift heavy, and do your cardio. Don't bulk, because if you bulk at a high body fat percentage, all you're gonna do, man, you're just gonna get fat. That's all that's gonna happen, man. So, but unless you're a newbie and you've never touched a dumbbell or anything like that, then shoot, yeah, man, go ahead and bulk. You're gonna go through a recomposition like that. But if you've touched the weight, you've on and off, you're not consistent, then yeah, I'll go with the recomp. That's really the only way you're gonna get rid of a skinny fat. You can either cut or you can do a recomp. But I'm doing a recomp, and yeah, man, it is tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it is tough. So, right, so you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that currently have a skinny fat physique, and it's like it's a physique that you really don't want to have. It's not fun to have, man, because you have little to no muscle at all, and your body fat is high, man. So you might look slim in the shirt, but once you take your shirt off, and you can tell, right, from the love handles, the midsection, the lower back, and yeah, I'm in your chest, and it doesn't look good, right? And right now, currently, what I've noticed is that my stomach is going down. It's going down from the front, it's going down, it's shrinking in, but I still have like that wide figure. I don't like it, but I know all of this takes time, right? It's not like I don't expect it to happen overnight, right? But we are definitely in a better position than we were a couple years ago. So that's that, right? This is all, it's, you know, it's not a race, man. It's not a race. So, you know, everyone has like their own timeline, right? But yeah, I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys, man, because it feels like, you know, it's always like forever, but it's been only a couple days. And I'll be honest, man, it's kind of hard recording every single day. You know, I don't know how people do it when they do, you know, 24/7 streams, man. That's insane, man. But you know, we're trying, man. We're trying, but one day, eventually, we'll get there, man. That is the goal right there, man. And I'm not gonna stop until I get there, and I'm not even gonna stop once I get there, right? We're gonna progress and keep progressing, right? That's the main goal right there. But yeah, man, the YouTube shorts are doing good. The Instagram reels are. I had a reel go viral, man. It was like 32,000 views around there, and for me, that's viral, man. That's a lot of views. That's the most viewed reel that I have in that account. And that account, I started it about probably the end of December. That's when I started that account. So it is growing. You know, right now we're at like 225 followers around there. So yeah, it's definitely growing. My TikTok, I don't even know, man. I have the followers, but I don't get the views, man. I don't know what it is. So yeah, man. But you can't get discouraged from that. You can't just not. That shouldn't stop you from posting, right? If you don't get the views, right? So I've definitely changed that type of mindset, because before, I'll be honest, on TikTok, it kind of pissed me off, man, because I was like, man, these videos do good on Instagram and YouTube, but why not TikTok? And it made me to a point where I just didn't want to post on TikTok anymore. But from what I've learned over the years, man, it might just take that one video on TikTok, man, to make it go viral. So you just got to keep posting, you know. And sometimes it's the videos that you really don't put any effort into. You might just think it's dumb, like it's just brain rot material, but that's the stuff that goes viral right now, man. And it's like I've never gone viral on TikTok. I have, right? I have a video. My most viewed video on there is about 500K views around there. And that one's just more of, like I said, it was just more brain rot. Like, I didn't really think much of it. I didn't do a lot of planning for that TikTok, and it went viral, man. And sometimes it's like that, man. Because sometimes, like, dude, like, I'll put all this effort into these edits. Make sure the sound matches the vibe of the video. Make sure the lighting and everything, the exposure, everything looks good, man. Those videos, it's a hit or miss, man. Sometimes, like, I'll get views. Sometimes I really won't. But you know, you really shouldn't focus on the views itself. You should just keep posting. And I enjoy making the videos. You know, I like recording the content, I like editing, and I like matching the sounds with the current vibe of the video, like that. I like doing that, man. It's fun to me, right? For some people, it's not fun, you know what I'm saying? But because I'll be honest, but before, I would make these videos on my phone, and it was hard, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. So I recently switched to PC a couple months ago, doing the edits on there, and let me tell you, man, it is a lot easier on there, man. I wish I would have learned about it years ago, but you know, I was always just stuck on my phone. I was like, I can do everything on my phone. It's convenient and all that. Like, that is true. It is convenient, but you have more customizable options, like, on your PC, right? And so that's what I've been doing lately. So that's what makes it a lot easier to crop, split, boom, put a clip in there, put a LUT in there, set the exposure, put a sound in there, and all this, man. It's a lot faster on PC. So if you're looking into editing your videos and you want to find an easier way, definitely switch to PC. There's a lot of different ones out there. There's CapCut, there's DaVinci, there's Premiere Pro. I use CapCut. A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, I like CapCut," but it works good for what I need it for, my type of content, right? If you're just more like cinematic content, like, you know, you're kind of recording like mini movies and stuff like that, it's probably not gonna work out for you, right? You might use something else like DaVinci or something like that, but CapCut works for most people, especially if you're a content creator. Then CapCut is enough, you know. But yeah, man, lately I've been eating 3,100 calories. That's the main goal. I might lower it a little bit, just because I've been hovering around that weight. but I don't know. It depends. If my body fat percentage drops within a week again, then I'll just keep doing what it's doing. I'm like, don't like. There's no reason for me to tweak it, right? If it is working. So, but yeah, man, that's the whole thing with that. So there was this one thing that I recently changed, like more of a mental thing. So back in college, I took this fitness class. It was more like a general ed class. But this guy, the professor, Coach Vezu, that was his name. So he always said something. He always said, so anything that was bad for you, like high fat, he would say it's meth. So he had like meth mayonnaise, meth McDonald's, meth pizza, and all this. Everything had meth right in front of it, right? And in your mind, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna do meth. I'm not gonna try that. So it kind of makes you not want to eat those things, right? Because in your head, you're like, oh, it probably has that, but it doesn't. But it's more like mental, right? So I took that approach with protein, because protein is something that I really lacked on eating. Especially I wasn't even eating maintenance. And the whole thing with skinny fat people is that we tend to not prioritize protein, man. We prioritize carbs and fats, man. That we can get a surplus, man. We're way over maintenance with that, man. But for protein, shoot, man. I know for me, I was not hitting maintenance, man. I'll tell you that. So, and that's how we end up in the skinny fat situation. Is because we didn't prioritize protein, and the muscle mass that we did have, we lost, and we gained a lot of body fat, especially in the midsection and chest, right? So with skinny fat people, we have little to no muscle. So we have to eat protein. That's the only way the recomp, right? You have to eat protein. You have to eat at maintenance and above, not below, nothing like that. It has to be maintenance or above to actually grow, right? So back to the whole thing with like the meth mayonnaise and stuff like that. So for protein, I correlated it with like trend, like trend bologna sandwiches and all that, right? Like more plates, more dates, guy said, right? So that's how I correlated. Every time I eat something with protein, I know it's gonna help me build muscle, right? Because protein it's essentially the building blocks to making muscle. Because if you're not giving your body that protein that it needs, you're not gonna gain muscle. There's literally no way, physiological way that you're gonna gain muscle without eating protein, especially maintenance or above. You have to eat that. So that's how I correlated that. So I know every time I make a meal, protein's always in there, man, because it's gonna help me grow, it's gonna help me get bigger, it's gonna help me get jacked, right? And you can correlate protein to a whole different thing. It doesn't have to be trend. That's just something for me. It's fun. It's funny, right? It might seem dumb, right? But it has worked. If it's working, then it's not dumb, right? So, like I said, you can correlate with anything else, right? That's what I correlate it with, right? Don't judge me, man. Don't judge me. But yeah, that has made it a lot easier, and especially water too. Water, the same thing, man. I see it as like fuel, like gas in the car, like nitrous. Like that's how I correlate water too. So I always make sure, I drink at least a gallon. That's the minimum, a gallon. Gallon and a half is what I always, that's my goal, right? But like I said, do what you want with the information. You don't have to correlate the trend. You can correlate it with something else, right? All right, man. But today is push day, man. So we're gonna hit some chest, of course. We're gonna hit some chest. So I recently switched from upper lower split to push pull split. The reason was because, like I said, I was dealing with an injury with legs, my knee specifically, right? So I had to cut back down on hitting legs twice a week, man, because it was doing a lot of strain, man, on the knee, man. So eventually we're gonna get back up there to hitting legs twice a week. But right now, I want to ease into it again. And it's not like I'm not going heavy on legs, and I'm going heavy on legs, man. But legs, we're gonna hit them on Thursday. So today is push day, tomorrow's pull day, Wednesday's rest day, Thursday legs, and then Friday or Saturday, either of those is gonna be an upper day. So it's kind of like a mixture of both of them. It's a combination, right? So Today we're gonna really focus on the chest today, man, because I feel like my chest is kind of lacking, especially right up here, man. Like right upper, I want it to connect, man. So I feel like right here in the middle, it's good. Lower, it's decent, but uppers especially is where I'm kind of where I'm lacking, right? So we're gonna hit a lot of incline presses.